Before you claim that I am fear-mongering or being grossly negative, let me explain something. The goal of my channel is to give those of you who truly care and want to become a productive member of society a taste of the truth so that you may be prompted to conduct your own research and come to your own conclusions. Yes, there are many positive things going on in the world right now, and the future is looking a bit brighter. But if we are to overcome this speed bump in our human progression put there by the global elite of this world, we must then first identify and expose the games that they are playing with the general public. Once that goal is achieved, only then will we be able to avoid this unspeakable, destructive path they have set up for us. Before I give examples, in Ecclesiastes chapter 1, verse 18, it says, "For in much wisdom is much grief, and he that increaseth knowledge increaseth sorrow." This is entirely true when it comes to studying history as well as current events, because it shows you how far humanity is slipping away from common sense. We're losing our grip on reality at an alarming pace. We are becoming more and more narcissistic and self-centered, letting the world revolve around ourselves, never caring for or helping your fellow man. We must lift each other up, not tear each other down. Either we hang together, or we will certainly hang separately. Now first off, I'd like to read to you a quote from Alan Moore's V for Vendetta. "Words will always retain their power. Words offer the means to meaning, and for those who will listen, the enunciation of truth. And the truth is, there is something terribly wrong with this country, isn't there? Cruelty and injustice, intolerance and oppression, and where you once had freedom to object, to think and speak as you saw fit, you now have censors and systems of surveillance coercing your conformity and soliciting your submission. How did this happen? Who's to blame? Well, certainly there are those more responsible than others, and they will be held accountable. But again, truth be told, if you are looking for the guilty, you need only look into a mirror. I know why you did it. I know you were afraid. Who wouldn't be? War, terror, disease. There were a myriad of problems which conspired to corrupt your reason and rob you of your common sense. Let that quote sink in to truly grasp its meaning in modern day implementation. Let me go back to the topic of my previous video, William Cooper. This is extremely important if you are looking to dive into the deepest levels of the rabbit hole, so to speak. I cannot explain over YouTube, it's not worth my life. All I'm going to say is there's a link in the description that will take you directly to the free text version of the book, Behold a Pale Horse, as well as the audio format. Another book I would recommend is called The Secret Destiny of America by Manly P. Hall. I'll link the free text version of that one in the description as well. Eric Arthur Blair, who went by the pen name of George Orwell, is one of my favorite authors who wrote the classic 1984. Let me read for you some of the quote from this book. "Obedience is not enough. Unless he is suffering, how can you be sure that he is obeying your will and not his own? Power is in inflicting pain and humiliation. Power is in tearing human minds to pieces and putting them together again in new shapes of your own choosing. Do you begin to see then what kind of world we are creating?" I recommend reading into this book as well, which I will also link. The goal of this particular video was to give you guys some great places to start if you're interested in becoming a truth seeker. Remember this, in such a dark world, shining your light of truth is similar to that of a lighthouse shining for lost ships during a storm. Let that light shine. Unleash your full potential. Be who you truly are, and you will forever attract greatness, success, and positivity. Seek the truth and never fear persecution. Thank you for listening, and God bless.